The digital world moves fast, but real growth comes from real conversations. This is e-Coffee with Experts, where marketers and founders share what's actually working in SEO, AI, and digital growth. Grab your coffee and fuel your mind as we chat with top minds about their wins, struggles, and lessons you won't find in a blog post. Brought to you by Digital Web Solutions, we bring real talk to help you grow your business, one episode at a time. Let's get started.
Welcome, everyone, and welcome to the webinar. Today, we're going to discuss really important topics: how to manage your international team, how to run the show, and bring in a lot of leads and conversions to your brand. Today, I have the perfect guest with me for this matter, Gaetano Romeo from EasyVista. He is the head of global digital marketing. So he is overseeing a lot of channels, a big international team. So Gaetano, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you? First of all, great. You pronounce my name in a amazing way because normally my name for not Italian speaking, it's very hard to tell. And the last time we met in Zakopane in Poland, I think I spent most of the time try to correct people saying Gaetano, Gaetano, Gaetano. Yeah, it's Gaetano. So you start very well.
Thank you. Thank you. It took me a lot of practice. Again, let's talk about you a little bit. What does your day-to-day look like as head of global digital marketing? Please speak about your company a little bit so people can understand the scope of work that you are doing on a daily basis.
Yeah, as you already told, I'm the head of global digital marketing for EasyVista. And actually, we manage two brands, not just EasyVista, but OTRS2 is a German company that was acquired by EasyVista in January. So actually, I'm both head of global digital marketing for EasyVista and for OTRS in Germany. And we are in several countries. We were because together with the OTRS, I think we are in every continent of the world. Yeah, amazing. I'm just realizing that we are everywhere because normally I used to always tell it because when we spoke about EasyVista, normally, historical speaking, EasyVista is in the headquarters is in France, very close to Paris. Then we have offices in Milan, Italy, where actually I invested, in Spain, Madrid, in Lisbon, Portugal, and in the US, in Miami. But now that we acquired, January, we acquired OTRS, actually we are aware because we are in Hungary. I don't remember all countries where we are, especially in Germany, but the most important things for your topic is that I'm managing a team of, we are all together 10, including me. And we are splitting between Italians, Germans, and Portuguese. So it's nice because I face every day a challenge because the first goal to achieve every day, because it's not a goal to achieve every week, every month, it's achieved to realize that when you have to manage people coming from different parts of the world, is to realize that we are not all the same. When I say we are not the same,
Correct,
yeah. It's not to tell we as Italian, we are better than, I don't know, Germans. No, but we are different. To be a good leader is to realize how your people are and try to face them in a right way. Because, you see, we are in Europe, dealing with and not coming from everywhere. There is someone in the US, we cannot, or Russia too, we cannot compare Europe with the US because Europe is actually, even if it's the history of the West world, it's a small continent. In this small continent, believe me, guys, we are totally different. Even in Italy, I come from Sicily in the south, close to Africa. I'm totally different from people that are North Italy, where I'm living in this moment for the last 15 years. So the first goal to achieve is to understand and realize that as people, we are different and you cannot face people in always the right way. It's like, I'm the boss. This is my way. You have to follow my way. If you don't follow my way, you are out. No, it's totally, it's a mistake. Probably it's the same in the APAC. Probably it's the same because you are from Vietnam. If I not get you wrong, right? But say that people from Vietnam or Malaysia or Japan or China, you are the same. No, you are geographical speaking, you are close, but you are different as we are.
I 100% agree with that. Like dealing with cultural differences is probably a big part of your job. How do you make sure that you avoid conflicts between cultures? Is that something you have to deal with?
Well, this is a nice question. It's a very interesting, important topic that you, as a boss, when you manage people coming from different countries, you always to address. What does it mean? For example, me as Italian, we experience life always by do joking, by try to enjoy life, but doesn't mean that we are better or we live life in a better way than the others. And sometimes it might be that people coming from different countries, for example, Germans, we are close, from Milan to Munich, that's 5 hours by car. Okay. It's very close, but we are totally different. I cannot speak with them by doing jokes because I could probably they won't understand. And if they don't understand, we can create an amazing, when the game Risico, let's start like this, like game Risico, a game of a misunderstanding that at the end of the day might destroy your team if you are not
Exactly.
aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because for example, I do some jokes with you, but if you don't get it, you can get offended.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So it's very important to realize and always think who you have in front. This
Hmm.
is crucial. This is crucial to understand people because always this is my Saint Graal, we say. This is my karma. Before of being professional people, we are human beings.
True.
The,
Yeah.
the first goal of a leader has to respect your team, people of your team, first as a human being and then as a professional. If you don't showcase them respect as a leader, they cannot perform in a better way. Because if they don't feel you respect them, of course, you cannot demand amazing performance from them. Because if you respect them, if you are always nice with them, they will try to make you happy.
Hmm.
Talisa,
Yeah.
this is what I
Yeah.
think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but this
No, no,
is
I totally understand. Like, I
really
think the way I'm trying to connect with other people is, despite being burnt out at some time or traveling, I always make time for one-on-ones so that at least we can have a conversation. And I noticed that some people like to talk more, like some people don't like to talk at all. But like, even if somebody is more introverted, just having that time together will kind of
did.
compound over time. But I noticed that in different cultures, where people tend to be more introverted, it is harder to break through that personal connection, so to break through into that personal connection than others. But speaking of, being a global marketing leader, as a head of digital marketing, which is a big role, how do you separate, like, what channels do you guys focus on as a big brand? You said you are managing multiple brands. How do you prioritize
Yes,
different
actually.
channels? Yeah.
We are using in order to get leads. Yeah, we can say, you can imagine a funnel of inbound marketing. Every channel's possible we are using, starting from our beloved SEO, everything related to advertising, Google ads, Meta ads, Reddit ads, LinkedIn ads, content marketing. We work, of course, by using a CRM like HubSpot, Salesforce, everything possible. Everything possible. Now we are focusing, speaking about a little bit about SEO. It's actually our main connection, let's say like this. Because maybe you don't remember, but I think we met the first time in 2020 when Mats was speaking in a conference in
In
Milan.
Milan. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the moderator there. Maybe you don't remember. You were with him. I think you were in Milan too, right? That
I
time.
was in Milan in 2022 or 2023
Yeah.
thing.
So actually, this is our main connection SEO. And speaking about a little bit SEO, the suggestion that I can give to the audience that are following us. I don't want to say SEO is about dying. SEO is died because I don't agree because it's almost, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, I don't know, people are saying this year SEO is gonna to die, but it's not died, but I think you will agree with me, changed. SEO has changed, and has changed a lot,
It has
actually.
changed for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
We have seen a lot of shift towards optimizing for LLMs, which is, I think it's a bit of a buzzword, but if you play your cards and right and you do your strategy so that it's just a no brainer for your brand to be mentioned, I
yeah.
think brand can benefit from it. But a lot of people like already sell services, they don't know how it works.
This is
Um,
scaring me a little
yeah,
bit. This is
yeah, it
scary.
does. It
This is
does.
scary a little bit because every time there's a new wave, people try to jump on this wave. So
Mhm.
this is scaring me a little bit, but you told the right word, LLM. Okay, because at this moment, and maybe in the future, I don't know, it will be like this because who knows? Who knows? Because no one, I think, in our industry can be so sure what is gonna happening in our industry for SEO. The new coming SERPs, we don't know. We don't know. We can talk what we see in this moment. And to me, in this moment, I see like we are working for two different SERPs, the
Mhm.
classic and the AI overview, LLM, that very often they are not the same.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
So
They're not. Could you please explain how?
yeah, because you want to create, and this is the main problem because it's not, well, normally we go on stage, we speak. Now, let's say you want to create different strategies between the classical SEO and the LLM. But sometimes it's not so easy. Sometimes it's not so easy because the way how to rank for in a AI overview, I don't want to say totally different because when we speak about SEO, anything is completely different. There's always something very similar. But let's speak about informational keywords. You have to follow a schema that we were not used to do. So the goal is to write an article. I don't want to say like a baby of 5 years old, but something like this, because you have to make this job easy for Google. So you have to change the way how you write.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I think even before the AI overviews, it was so obvious like to be featured on feature snippets, like all these
Yeah.
little questions like people also
Well, it's
ask.
the
Like
same thing.
we
To
have
me,
to
it's the
write
same
in a
thing.
way. Yeah.
I think the future snippet was, let's say, or better to say, AI overview is the legacy of a future snippet. The way is very close, but here you have to put all the details because he's looking for details, bulk points, a lot of questions, the fair FAQ, something like this. Not so long because people are thinking always, "Oh, okay, I have to write content at least 1,000 keywords." No, it could be a mistake. It could be a mistake because the important goal, what I saw, what me and my team we see every day is to put the most important details on the top immediately.
Exactly. Yeah.
Immediately. Don't waste time to try to write the content of 1,000 words, blah, 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 and so on. Just put the details, the information that people are looking for immediately on the top. Okay. Then your brand is so important. I know sometimes,
Mhm.
honey, I feel ridiculous to speak about the importance of the brand awareness because everyone is speaking but at the end of the way, where is it brand awareness?
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
in a few words, it's brand awareness in a SEO industry. It's just that we could say that actually it's your website is important for Google, and that's it. And
Yeah.
how is it?
Well, one thing I would love to ask you is like SEO is one very successful channel for you guys, but also you have mentioned you're doing Reddit, LinkedIn, Google, Meta, all that. How are you able to manage all those channels at the same time, for example, on a quarterly basis or like a monthly basis with your team? How do
But,
you set your KPIs, for example? Things like that.
So, good question. Good question. And I could reply telling immediately, well, it's impossible. But for us,
Okay.
it's not. So
I'm
for
on
us,
the same boat. I'm like, I'm trying to find
it's
answers here for my job.
possible because I'm managing 10 people, and there's people specialized in just in SEO, people just specialized in Google Ads, in Meta Ads. So we split the job. It's not always the same person running away everywhere, like I'm always in a hurry. No, I really do believe in the organization. Sometimes it can happen to get some complaint about your people, and because I really do have an obsession with organization. It's like this. If we are organized, if we are well organized, we can do everything. By losing organization, this is not possible. This is not possible to achieve the goals, even if because we as a big companies, and actually companies, because OTRS is a company too, we have important goals to achieve, and only by having an important organization, a very good structure, well structured, we can reply to your question is we have people who are managing just SEO, just Google Ads. I really do not believe people, like they are able to do everything, because in Italy, we say if you are able to do everything, you are able to do anything.
It's kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. Definitely. I also noticed that now that SEOs, very specifically to the SEO industry, they have to step up, I think. And this is where the industry is pushing us, is that you no longer just, I think, in charge of your website, organic website traffic, because now that AI overviews are a big thing, people are shifting to ChatGPT to find answers, and they are shifting to even TikTok and Instagram to look things up. So the younger generation is
Strategies to
like
be there
really,
too.
we have to be
Strategies.
there too. So in a way, the reason why I really wanted you to be on this call, because you can, I guess, encourage the SEOs to like move up a role rather than being just a search engine optimization specialist. Now we have to be overall marketing leaders. And in my mind, a marketing leader not only oversees a lot of channels, but understands the principles of marketing to apply it on different channels as well. In your role, do you have to like train a lot of people under you to think as an advertiser or organize themselves to think searcher first? What is your approach to train others in this?
Well, nice topic. Good question. I would start to tell you, my first love was SEO, and probably it is SEO. I started in 2003. It's a lot of time. I was
It was
very
a
young.
yesterday.
I,
It,
I
it was
was
like a while ago.
I was I was I was very young, not an old man like I am in this moment. I am right now, but to be honest, the digital marketing landscape in the last 5, 6 years totally changed. I cannot focus just on SEO.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
actually, SEO, it's not our most important channel. It's not. We are getting much more leads by using other channel, especially by doing advertising, paid. But what do we see? And you were talking a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago, more than minutes. This is a new, very important topic because people, and me too, I start to use ChatGPT for searching. I didn't use it till, I don't know, 2, 3 months ago, but I started, especially when a keyword is very informational. When a keyword is informational, I'm starting to avoid to go on Google, and I go directly to ChatGPT. So the approach is, as I am the leader, my goal is to bring to my team all the news there are in our industry. As I'm traveling, going around, for example, we met last time in Poland 1 month ago in Zakopane, and I attended a lot of very, very nice and very useful speeches. So my role is to bring them the news, and because they are very, very focused on the daily work. Unfortunately, they don't have enough time to learn, and this is
Your
my scope.
responsibility. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my scope, my responsibility. And I have 3 leaders because we are splitting in 3 different departments. I have 3 leaders day by day. I have a comparison with them about the new topics, the new strategies, and it's so funny. and it's so funny, so nice. I really enjoyed. To be honest, I really enjoyed. I love to bring to young people some new ideas. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy in the company. I have to tell you the truth.
That's amazing. I think, it also inspires me to take this role more seriously on the, how to say, like news side, like to bring in new strategies, apply it, and help the team members every step of the way to execute it. I was also fortunate enough to go to a different different conferences. And when I see a strategy that I'm like, okay, we're going to take this home and we're gonna do this. And of course, I feel a little lost because like I'm the only one who know it because I was the one learning in that
Yeah,
very conference.
sometimes
But
you hear,
then,
yeah, sometimes you hear someone speaking, you say, come on, what a bullshit. You're telling us this is not makeable. Okay. But sometimes, why not? And it happens 5 years ago, the first time I heard Matt speaking, and I took from him something very important in how to manage people.
which was what?
I really did appreciate it because normally when I went in a conference, normally people always speak about technical stuff, which is very important. But what I did appreciate it was speaking not about technical stuff, but how to manage people. And I was ignoring a lot of stuff. And the speech of Matt at that time was an inspiration for me. And I started to change it. And what I suggest is to go, I tell you how I do. Maybe it's not the right way to suggest, but as I'm your guest, it's right. I tell you what I do. When I'm in a conference, I first see, okay. No. Okay. I go to update some speech that I think it could be interesting for me and for my team. After 30 seconds, I decide to stay or to go out.
But what was that exact step that Matt had helped you with in terms of management?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
But what was it?
Was something like how to manage people, especially when you have a problem with them. Because in that time, I was not able to control myself when, well, to say it was very easy to me to get negative feedback.
To give
Probably
negative feedback
to get and to
or
give.
to get? Okay.
Okay. But first, the biggest problem to me was to get because, probably I'm a little bit too much egocentric and I was always thinking I was right. By seeing and by listening him, I started to think about, well, maybe this guy is right. I'm not always right. And then the other topic was I consider myself as a nice person. It was very hard to me to give negative feedback to people. But by watching him, I realized that the lesson that I got at that time was if I don't give people negative feedback, they cannot grow. And now this is my mantra, always in a gentle kind of way. But if I had to give something that is negative, I have to. Because if I avoid to tell something negative, they always stay always in the same level. They will never grow.
Yeah. I think it's a very delicate balance to learn how to give
Not easy.
feedback. It's a very hard job. And what I'm trying to do is Toastmasters, public speaking group I go to is like sandwich it. So you compliment, recommend, and close off with a compliment. And I'm trying to do that, but also I'm trying to be kinder to myself too, because the way we give feedback is often sometimes the way we talk to ourselves. And if we don't talk to ourselves nicely, it can be that you come off very rude to another person because you treat
Exactly.
others. Let's say that you treat others the way you kind of treat yourself.
Totally
So
agree.
I've been a lot more kinder to myself too. So say if A doesn't work out, doesn't mean it's failure, it's a learning. And how do you then improve the next round so that it's not a failure anymore? So same way I'm trying to apply with people around me too, saying like, okay, this one didn't work out. Okay, what's the next step?
As leader, you are
Uh,
the guide of these people. You are the guide of these people. You have to be
Yes.
a
And I
guide.
noticed that some people just really, really need my guidance too. So maybe at the beginning of the call, we had talked about like some people are more introverted, so they don't really speak up. But then those people also tend to be the ones who kind of rely on you more to like, please tell me what to do rather than like,
I
here's what
was
I
very
want to
hard
do.
that time.
Yeah.
That time, very hard to manage people. But,
Exactly.
it was a terrible, probably the worst time of our life. Something good that we had, like now we can work as a remoter that before was quite impossible. Oh,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's
I think some of the SEOs like I've seen in the industry, they also have to learn how to manage others to further succeed in their career. And one of this is communication and proper feedback, and also proper follow up. So I think the other opposite of feedback is follow up, because sometimes the role is not just to do the job, but to remind others to do the job. So it's like I guess you have that a lot too in your
sometimes we
role
are
when
like
you
a
have.
policeman.
Yeah, like policeman or teacher or someone who's like, "Hey, remember this thing is due. We have to do this. Have you
Say,
done it?" Yeah.
much more the traffic control.
Yes. Yes. How do you deal with follow-ups, or like giving responsibility to your team members?
Well, as I told you, I split it. I split the team in three departments, and I have three leaders. They are reporting to me. That I
Hmm.
totally trust them. I don't want to control what they do. Just give them tasks. Sometimes tasks coming from the CMO or the company in general, and I just need a deadline. I give them
Yeah.
the deadline. I just need they respect the deadline. And that's it.
Hmm.
I don't control, because if I control, of course, I have much more experience. They can feel, they can get frustrated if I go to them everywhere. Where are you? What's the point? Where are you? What are you doing? May I help you? They know I'm always there. If they need my help, I'm always there. But I don't want to stress them in order to avoid to get them offense. And as I told you, we started this webinar speaking about respect, first as a human being, then professional people. I think in this direction, this way, the topic is to avoid to get offended people.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So, what is your number one takeaway as a global marketing leader to future global marketing leaders who are currently maybe in an SEO role, specialist role, or outreach role, and they want to level up?
I'm gonna to tell you something that probably you don't expect from my side, because I want to tell you, learn about how Google works, and I don't know. If you want to work as a leader of an international group, first, if you don't have a good cultural background, you have to work on it, because
What? Okay.
the culture, your background, your knowledge of, I don't want to say everything, because I'm not the all the wise, but at least knowing the background where your people come from, it will help you to
Mhm.
have a better comparison with them. So work on you, on your culture, and on you as a person. Then come everything professional possible.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So rather than focusing on the next trends, the next technical knowledge that we can always get from a YouTube video, focus on building the relationship and getting to know the person and the group of people you're going to work with.
Yeah,
Is
because
that
even a monkey could be a good technical SEO or technical digital marketer, but it's a privilege, not for everyone, to be a good person. And the leader has to be a good person. Good person, it doesn't mean stupid or a person where people think they can put their head over feet. But first, be a good person. And if you are a good person, believe me, to manage your team will be very easy.
That's amazing. Thank you, Gaetano, for
Like,
joining me to this webinar.
thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you.